There's growing outrage today over the brutal murder of a beautiful 23-year-old waitress on commuter train. The accused killer has a history of violence and mental illness. Yes. Yeah, was free on no cash bail. Here are the facts that many outlets intentionally fail to report. Until President Trump drew attention to it. Disturbing surveillance video shows Irina Soroka. A refugee from a war from Ukraine who saw peace and safety in the USA, stepping onto the train after finishing her shift at a pizza restaurant. In the seat behind her, is a 34-year-old DeCro Brown. Watches his slowly opens a pocket knife, then stands and without warning plunges the knife into his victim in an unprovoked attack. He strides away, and at first even Irina doesn't seem to realize how badly wounded she is. But her life is ebbing away. We spoke to WSOC TV reporter Hunter Sands. It's surreal that this was so random of an act, and so blatant of an act. And when you see that video, I think everyone of us. Who use the light rail system say it could have been us sitting in that seat. The video is catching the attention of President Trump. A beautiful young girl that never had problems in with a magnificent future in this country. And now she's sad. The story has trickled up from local news to social media and now to the president's attention. And it's being used as a political symbol, with the MAGA media calling for more forceful punishments. Brown had been arrested 14 times. Think about it, 14 times. And has served 5 years in prison for armed robbery. His mother says his schizophrenic. Irina escaped the war in Ukraine in 2022 with her family. She loved animals and was working in pizza parlor, hoping to put herself through college, become a vet. The city council is beefing up security on their light rail system in the wake of murder. Holy shit. There's growing outrage today over the brutal murder of beautiful. Okay, so I call ChatGPT now and to figure out the meanings of each word. Okay, so. Hello, ChatGPT.
Hello, nice to hear from you. What can I do for you today?
So let me see. Okay, advanced voice is not ChatGPT voice. Last month we announced that everyone now has access to advanced voice mode with usage limited expanded from minutes per day to hours for free users and near unlimited for plus. We also announced to standard voice mode would be returned after 30 days sunset. We have heard feedback that standard voice is special to many and we want to get this transition right. Standard voice will stay available while we address some of your feedback in advanced voice. Stay tuned, more improvements of advanced mode are coming soon.
Got it. So basically what they're saying is that the standard voice mode is going to stick around a bit longer because a lot of people really like it. They were planning to retire it after 30 days of the new advanced voice mode being out, but they've heard feedback that people still want the standard one. So for now, they're keeping it available while they keep improving the advanced one. Essentially, they're just making sure everyone's happy before they fully switch over.
Okay, so after I have seen news is about a Ukrainian girl who was saved on a commute train and is a black guy and you can search that news and there are some words I would figure out.
Absolutely. I can help you figure out those words or explain any vocabulary from the news piece. Just let me know which words you're curious about and we'll break them down together.
Okay, that's the phrase is there's a growing outrage today over the brutal murder. Growing outrage. What's the meaning of outrage?
Sure. So the word outrage basically means a strong feeling of shock or anger at something that you think is wrong or unfair. When people say there's growing outrage, it means more and more people are getting very angry or upset about the situation. So in this news context, people are increasingly upset or angry about what happened.
Outrage. Okay, so I got you. Outrage. So the question, let's break it down simply. Outrage, very strong anger, shock, or resentment, usually about something unfair or violent. Example, the decision caused public outrage. Okay, so people were angry. So let me think about the outrage. To use outrage, make example like, oh my gosh, it's very angry. I'm so outraged like when I see my colleague and they leave so earlier.
Yeah, that's a perfect way to use it. You can definitely say something like, I'm so outraged when I see my colleague leaving early all the time. It just means you're really frustrated or it really annoys you. So that's a great example.
Okay, good. Tell me more about outrage.
Absolutely. So just to add a bit more, outrage is usually that intense feeling people get when they think something is really unjust or unacceptable. You'll often hear it in news or discussions about controversial events where people feel a sense of moral anger.
Yeah, how about you you're gonna make a sample outrage?
Sure, let me give you an example. Let's say a city decides to cut down an old park to build a parking lot. You could say, there was a huge public outrage when the city announced the plan to remove the park. In other words, a lot of people got really angry and upset about it.
Okay,
so that's just
so I gotta say I just got one, and there's a huge outrage like in our employees, that's a huge outrage that our company they didn't give us the bonus. Just with every year when the year ends, the company will just give us like extra bonus. It's called extra bonus.
Yeah, you've got the idea. You can definitely say something like, there was a huge outrage in our company when we didn't get our usual year-end bonus. And yeah, extra bonus or year-end bonus works perfectly.
Year bonus. Okay. There's a huge outrage. There's a huge outrage. Like our company didn't give us yearly bonus, right?
Exactly. That's spot on. You can say it just like that. There was a huge outrage when our company didn't give us our yearly bonus. That makes perfect sense, and it's a great way to use the word.
Okay, gotcha. So next word is the phrase is the sentence. I'm sorry, sentence. Okay, There's growing outrage today over the brutal murder. Brutal, what's meaning brutal?
Sure. So the word brutal basically means something that's extremely violent or cruel. When we say a brutal murder, we mean it was a very savage or extremely harsh killing. So brutal just emphasizes that something is really harsh, merciless, and severe.
Extremely violent, cruel. It's CRUEL, how say that?
Yeah, you got it. Brutal really is just about that extreme violence or cruelty. And yeah, you spelled cruel right, CRUEL.
Cruel. Okay, so it was a brutal attack. It was a brutal attack. Very violent and just very violent. Brutal. Could you just use brutal to make sentence? Thank you. Mark's example, please.
Absolutely. Here's a quick example. You could say, the news reported a brutal attack in the city last night, which left many people shocked. In that sentence, brutal just emphasizes how violent and harsh the attack was. So that's an example for you.
Okay, gotcha. So in a sentence, there's a growing outrage today over the brutal murder. It means people are becoming more and more angry today because the murder was extremely violent and cruel. It's cruel, right? It's CRUEL. How to pronounce it?
You've got it exactly right. And just to confirm, you're pronouncing cruel as cruel, like a single syllable that rhymes with school. So yeah, your understanding is perfect. People are getting more and more angry because the murder was really violent and cruel. You're nailing it.
Cruel. Okay, it's cruel. Okay, so what's the meaning of cruel?
Sure. So cruel just means someone or something that causes pain or suffering on purpose and doesn't feel any compassion about it. Basically, if something is cruel, it's intentionally mean or causes harm without mercy. So that's the idea behind it.
Okay, got you. So let's move on to the next one. Next one, is okay. I just read the sentence. Then there's from the sentence there's a word, there's a fixed phrase, like idiom. I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you. And the mental illness yet was free on no cash bail. Okay, so actually, that guy, like Kohler, he has a mental illness. He has a mental illness and was free on no cash bail. What's the meaning no cash bail?
Yeah, absolutely. I can explain that. So no cash bail means that someone can be released from custody without having to pay any money up front as bail. Basically, instead of having to come up with cash to get out of jail while they're waiting for trial, they're allowed to go free without that payment. So that's
why? That's totally unfair. Why he doesn't pay the cash bail?
Yeah, I get why it might feel a bit confusing or unfair. The idea behind no cash bail is usually that the corporate side, someone can be trusted to show up for their trial without having to pay.
What the hell? That's not fair. That's pretty unfair because this man, he has been arrested 14 times.
Yeah, I can understand why that sounds pretty frustrating, especially if someone's been arrested many times before. It can definitely feel unfair in cases like that. The reasoning courts sometimes use is that cash bail can be unfair to people who can't afford it, but when someone has a long arrest history, it definitely makes people question it. So you're not alone in feeling like that sounds kind of unfair.
Okay, I got you. So cash bail and money a person accused of a crime must pay to get out of jail while waiting for a trial. What's the meaning of trial?
Exactly. You got the idea about cash bail. So a trial is basically the formal process in court where it's decided if someone is guilty or not guilty of the crime they've been accused of.
Oh, it's a court, right? It's like a college trial. Okay, so tomorrow is a trial, so the lawyer gonna be prepared since night, just for tonight, right?
Yep, exactly. A trial is basically that courtroom process, and you're right. If it's happening tomorrow, then the lawyers are probably prepping everything tonight. So you've got the whole picture.
Trial. Okay, so if they pay, they can stay free until the court date. Okay, so like the police will charge me like if I have crime something or steal something, like the police gonna arrest me, but and I can't pay the cash bill, and they will, which means I'm free. So until like until the court, I'm free, right? So.
Yeah, that's exactly how it works.